Hi, I'm Molly. I'm a ceramicist and illustrator and artist in Chicago. And I've made some videos recently about running a small business. I've made videos about doing craft fairs, but I wanted to make a ceramic specific video. A little bit about me. Well, I have a BFA in craft and material studies with a focus in ceramics. I've been making ceramics for about 15 years maybe. Yeah, 15 years. Wow, that's crazy. I started out my art job and my art business exclusively making handmade ceramics. I didn't have any other products to sell. So as soon as I found my voice, it was time to graduate. And then I went straight into a residency program where I felt really out of my league. And then I went to another residency program, and I've just been like really figuring out my voice, and it's taken a long time. And so I want to make more videos about ceramics, and if you're interested in ceramics or my ceramic history or career or my collection or making stuff in the studio, there will be more videos like that coming. And one of the reasons is I've gotten really into making stuff out of clay again. I'm having like a clay renaissance. I went to the Victoria and Albert in London back in September, and I got so inspired, and then I knew that I had to make this sculpture for this art show. So I came home and I immediately set to work doing that. And lately I have been really exploring sculpture and ceramics, but my background is in functional illustrative pottery. So I've always drawn on my ceramics. I've made functional things like plates and mugs. Those are usually my two favorite things to make, but I also make serving bowls. But they're really time intensive and they're really expensive. And I still don't even charge really what they're totally worth because I'm scared that nobody will really pay for that. So I'm in this like weird in-between place with my functional pottery. And I'll talk more about that in later videos and like how I've sort of crafted, forgive the word, or I don't know, pun intentional, how I crafted a career using ceramics as part of my job, but also exploring other money-making avenues as an artist. One way I've done that is I have started to make limited edition ceramic pieces that coincide with specific events. So last summer, I did a one-of-a-kind edition of baseball plates for the spring, and I had those at Renegade Craft Fair in May. And then this summer, I spent a lot of time on the Chicago River, and I got really into herons, and I decided to using the heron as a jumping off point. I thought it'd be fun to make these trinket dishes that feature 3 Chicago birds I like. So there's a barn swallow, a black-crowned night heron, and a ring-billed gull. And then on the back, I printed this stamp, and you'll see more about that in the video. But it says some Chicago birds I like. And then depending on which of the 3 designs, because there were 3 different birds, I would circle the bird that corresponded with the front. They're trinket dishes. So I find that this form is actually really fun because it's giftable. It's something that like anyone can use in any room in their house. And unlike a mug or a plate that's super functional, it doesn't get put away. I brought these to Renegade Craft Fair in September of this past year and sold them in person, but I haven't listed them online until now. So while you're watching this video, they're also online. And this is like a little video diary of making them and some thoughts I had about the process. If you have any ceramic specific questions, I'm happy to answer them in the comments, and I can make more technical ceramic videos if you guys like that kind of thing. I really want this particular video to sort of be broadly interesting to people who are thinking about working in editions, the fun in working in a series like this, and the benefits of having a $35 to $45 one-of-a-kind item. We'll talk more about whether I think this is a sustainable practice. And I talk a little bit in the video about where is my time and energy best spent. But ultimately, like I do get a lot of joy out of making these one-of-a-kind things. My background is someone who makes ceramics, and I'm involved in every single part of the process. That has sort of been hammered into me as like what it means to make art, because that's my background. So it's so wonderful to show up to a craft fair and have something that I can say like, yeah, this is my ceramic offering. And working in a limited edition makes it a little bit more special. So if you didn't catch one in person at Renegade this September, grab one now online and enjoy this video. And I'll catch you at the end. I am making trinket dishes, and I just made a TikTok. What is it called? I just made an Instagram reel about this, and I thought it would be good to film it on here as well because I want to talk a little bit about the whole trinket dish process. And I'm having some like normal feelings for this part of the process. Wait, let me move this. Because I want to get stuff done while I do it. Okay. So I'm having these feelings that are really actually normal for any project I do. And basically I have a lot of self-doubt in the middle of a process. Like I made the first 3 prototypes of the trinket dishes and looked at them, and they were cute. And then I got the stamp for the back of them, and I stamped a bunch, and so I did like a tally of everything that I've made and how much I have to make. And I'm just like in the part of the process where I'm feeling like this is a really silly idea, or it's like not worth it. So yeah, it's like, it's a couple of things. One of them is like, is this the best use of my time right now? Like, this is taking a ton of time and it's fun, but like, is this the best way, most efficient way to spend my time in terms of like making products for Renegade? Like, I have some ideas for holiday that aren't ceramic, and like this is when I need to be working on them, and I'm like, maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot by spending time on this particular project instead of like designing these things for holiday. And some of that is motivated by just seeing other artists on the internet who have already started working for their holiday collections. And like, in my small business group, like we just talked about how like I should be working way further ahead. Instead, I'm like working in a 2-week window. Like these are all due in less than 2 weeks. Okay. That laugh was probably so horrifying. I'm sorry. The other thing is like the money aspect. Like, you know, if I make 100 of these and I sell them, I'll make $3,500, which is a great amount of money. But in terms of like, I don't know how openly like I should be talking about this, because I've never, or I don't know, I feel kind of weird talking about this. So, but like, maybe I should be like, I had this idea for, okay, this is a good example. I have this idea for like a sweatshirt of nocturnal animals, and I want to print it white ink on a black sweatshirt. And a great time to debut that would be Renegade. So like, instead of like focusing on this project the past couple of weeks, like I could have been brainstorming that. So like product development could have gone to something that was like a little bit more efficient. And then like, the nice thing about designing a sweatshirt is I can use that imagery for other products, or like when the sweatshirt sells out, I can restock it without having to like make each individual piece the way that like if the trinket dishes sell out, I would have to make more to replenish them. Once a design is made, it's made. So in some ways, like, that's a really, sorry, the train's going by. That would be a better use of my time, maybe. So there's that. And then there's this other thing, which is just like, are these so stupid? Are these such a dumb idea? Like, I don't know. That happens for everything I make, for sure. And I just posted about it and everybody is resonating with it. or I'm getting like comments that were with people resonating with it. So I'm just like, every time I make something, I'm like, I get to a point where I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I should just stop. And that, I hate that feeling. But the point of this is I think it's really important to push through. And I think that's why I wanted to just like sort of monologue that in this video, because hopefully I can cut it with footage from like a week and a half from now where I'm like really proud of myself and I feel really good about the product. So hopefully we'll get a happy ending with this one. I don't know. Stay tuned. These are looking good. Oh my God. So I've been using these. I just print them out on my inkjet printer, and I laid them out in InDesign, which I'm pretty impressed by myself. I'm impressed by myself. Move it. That I just glazed. I have like half of them glazed. So these are the stilts that they've been drying on post glaze, and I'm just gonna load them into the kiln that way. Ooh, it is about to storm. Do you guys want to see out my dirty studio window? Do you see how windy it is? Okay, I'm gonna get to glazing. I'm gonna finish glazing these and hopefully be done by 7. These are looking good. Oh my God, I'm happy. Look at all of these. They look so good. This one's my favorite. I love the black crown night heron. Oh, they look so cute. The stamp turned out so good. I'm filming this conclusion on January 20th, and it was really fun to watch that footage because it was warm. You could tell it was warm outside. I was in short sleeves. It's 6 degrees today, so things are a little bit different, but it'll be warm again soon. I found it interesting to watch that footage back. I really like the part where I'm kind of talking to the camera about my concerns about the project, and I feel similarly about the trinket dishes now as I do then. I don't have in front of me the information about how much money I made and how many hours it took. I didn't track my hours, and I think that for the next limited edition that would be something good to do, but I still feel compelled to sometimes explore ceramics in that way, in the avenue of limited editions. And I think that when you have a feeling like that, it's worth exploring. And I think it might be kind of confusing for me right now to understand if that exploration is a artistic exploration or a business experiment, and if so, what can I learn from it? So it's a little bit of a callback to what my business is built on, or what my artistic career has been built on. And I just have this like desire to always return to ceramics. I saw this sticker that says, "I just can't quit you," with a bag of clay. Like, that's how I feel. Like, sometimes I would love to just walk away from ceramics, but I keep coming back. It's like a bad boyfriend. I don't know if that's okay to say anymore, but whatever. Design-wise, I think they're really fun. I think they fit with the other things that I make, but they feel a little bit more special. And I want to have this like limited edition, like souvenir style piece that I've always been interested in making work that like is attainable or approachable. But then, okay, from the business side, it's probably just not a good use of my time unless I can start outsourcing certain things, like I mentioned in the video, outsourcing the underglazing. So I don't know. There's a lot to explore there. Making this video gave me more questions about it. It helped me look at the process a little bit more critically from both that artistic point of view and the business point of view. So yeah, I'm curious to see if you struggle with this boundary between your artistic life and your business life, or if you've come up with ways to explore one while checking the box of the other. Like I said before, they're online now, so if you want to get one, head on over to my website. I'm glad that I had all this footage. I just had it sitting there, and I'm glad that I was able to put something together with it. So let me know if you liked this video. Like and subscribe, please. Please. Yeah, more ceramics videos to come as I work more in clay. I don't know if that's something you guys like to watch, but I will gauge it by views, even though I don't know what I'm doing with YouTube, so just throwing stuff against the wall and hoping it sticks. I'm working on some really cool sculptures, and I've been filming a lot of content around that. And yeah, stay warm out there, and I will see you next week. Bye.